week's episode of The Voice Party is brought to you by Big Boy Wraps. Get your car wrapped by some of the most experienced and skilled in the Bay. Big Boy Wraps, where the big boys play.
What is up, everybody? Thank you once again for tuning in to The Voice Party, the loudest party there is. I'm trying out these new intros. I'm just trying to see what sticks, you know. What's up, Gasper? Welcome to the show. I'm sitting here with Gasper, who just walked in. The new co-host for the day, Marcos. What's up, Marcos?
What's going on?
Producer Phil. He's not mic'd up. Fuck it.
No, I'm mic'd up. I just had to turn the mic on.
Okay.
I just had to turn the mic on.
And a very special guest, someone that just killed the shit out of my show at Bridge recently. Very honored to have her here. Please, guest, introduce yourself.
My name is TammyTea Love.
TammyTea Love.
That's right.
Man, you are funny as fuck.
I appreciate it.
I that's what I was telling you earlier. Like you said, you're not as booked as you should. You should be, in my opinion.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I had fun at your show. I didn't know what to expect, and I thought it was pretty cool how you had it set up at, was it a storage art place?
It's a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
It's a storage and art space, and they just let me do whatever. And like, you know, I like doing it because I get an opportunity to work with new comics I've never worked with before. And it's like people getting there like, is this like, you
don't know what it is.
Is this motherfucker gonna kidnap me?
Yeah, you don't know what's happening.
Exactly.
And then the way you have to get there, I'm like, man,
sketchy.
This is rich, man. You got me coming all up and through here at night. But it ended up turning out to be.
It is kind of sketchy, like when you're like trying to find parking.
Yeah.
Because we like our band will like perform with them sometimes. We're like, shit, we gotta leave like my grandpa's big old truck.
Right, and it's disrespectful to park in front of someone's house.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
especially there where there's already no, and then they make it worse is they give us a free parking under the bridge. Like people hit me up, where do I park? Yeah, I'll park under the bridge.
I don't know where no under the bridge
exactly.
is.
I wouldn't park there either.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that's at.
It's right on the other side. They open the gate.
You said the other side. I didn't go that far. I took the address.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
the
fucked
little
up.
computer told me exactly where to go. And that's as far as I'm going. I'm not going drifting off to no bridge.
Yeah, I've never been to I haven't parked on the
Well,
bridge.
this is where we made that movie because it's a film space too.
Oh, that's right.
So it's literally under the bridge right by there. And during shows, they open the gate so that people can park. But it's a long walk and like there's no protection in that walk back to the car. There could be anybody there.
Or for your car.
Or for your car. You're taking a big risk for some comedy, man.
Right. For 10 minutes.
Exactly. You're originally from the Bay Area?
No, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, no way. Okay.
I was raised a little bit, pretty much the majority of my growing up was in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And then my adulthood was in the Bay Area.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been out here for?
I've been here since I was like 25, so 96 or so.
You said that in your and I'm not, you said it in your comedy.
I'm 50.
You're 50.
Yeah.
You're 50?
Well, 50.
Was
like the rapper. I don't know which one you want.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
What's the secret?
Why is it insane?
Because you look like you have young energy.
You look like you're 25.
Oh, thank you. Well, you guys, y'all didn't have no fun. Y'all just stayed in the house, played video games.
I did.
Tried to build a computer for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? You guys grew up with stuff that kept you in the house.
That's true.
I grew up outside.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I grew up in the crack era and all that time. So I was also sheltered to a degree.
Right.
Because you can only shelter children so much. In the house you can, but once they leave the house and they go outside and deal with everybody else outside, you're gonna have to learn how to deal with that too.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got to play in the dirt. We wasn't scared to eat peanuts.
Yep.
You found out if someone died when they died.
Yeah. So it's just, and my family, a lot of my family lives long. My grandmother is still alive. She's like 87, I think, or 89.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
If there's something that you could have from like this newer generations when you were growing up, what would you want?
Oh, y'all freedom. Y'all get to decide at 2 years old. I don't want to be 2 anymore. I'm 4.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you get to be free, a lot more freer than we were. But at the same time, we grew up with structure. So I didn't grow up with entitlement. Because you guys grow up with everything you ask for because you asked for it and you should get it. And that's just how it is. I'm a kid. You're my mom. You're supposed to do this for me. You're my dad. You're supposed to do this for me. Yeah. I grew up where you had to work for it. We got paid like 25 cents, 50 cents to answer the phone correctly.
Yeah. Damn. And you, the culture is like in your area, like everything's revolves around patience.
Yeah.
You can't watch your favorite show whenever you want. No. You gotta wait for cartoons to come on. At that time,
you guys get to watch the basketball games when it happens.
Yeah.
You know
Wait, what? You couldn't back
When
then?
I was growing up, it wasn't live TV.
No way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't. Oh, wow.
So it's just different. You got to think about how much time has changed. There was no cell phone.
Yeah.
Right.
I had 15 minutes on the phone in my mama's house. We had 2 phones, one in the kitchen and one in the TV room. And they might have had one in their bedroom. But when the phone rang, she'd pick it up. If somebody asked for me, she'd give me the phone. You got 15 minutes.
Dang.
And that 15 minutes was up, she'd unplug it.
Wow. And that made it more fun, though, right? It's only 15 minutes with my friend. Like, I enjoy the hell out of this.
Right.
Now it's like we hung out the other day, all day. We just we talked, but then it was just
I don't have nothing to talk about.
We're on our phone. And then like.
Actually, I would say though,
drinking.
We did have like good conversations.
Yeah, for sure.
We were shooting videos too and stuff like that. So we were doing like we were tasting food. We were like reviewing it and stuff. That was really fun. It was more when we started watching the movie.
Yeah, and then we're
like,
just on like.
And after he taught me how to box, and we both.
Well, actually, we did got a lot of it. Never mind. That's not a good example.
That's why both of our backs are blown right now. Like we just didn't take care of ourselves at all.
And see, I was outside. I was climbing the trees.
Yeah.
I was with you guys because I felt girl toys were boring. She doesn't do it. I just to play with this doll, and all I get to do is dress it, undress it, comb the hair. Oh, you're so pretty. But you guys, I'm looking outside like, man, he get to climb the tree, get to jump on a roof and break his arm and basketball and you know, I'm like, why they get to have fights? Right? I'm like, why they get to have so much fun? And I gotta sit here and play with this damn doll. So I was outside playing basketball, stickball, all of that stuff.
What's stickball?
You
see what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
I know what's stickball.
Just what it sounds like: a tennis ball and a stick.
Oh shit! Okay.
Or if you really get good at stickball, you have the little blue tennis ball.
Yeah.
And a stick.
Oh, so like baseball, but with that stick.
With a stick.
Oh shit!
Somebody find a really good stick.
Was it almost like racquetball?
No, stick.
Like no, but like I'm saying like the same.
It's the same concept of baseball.
Oh, baseball.
It's the same concept of baseball, but you're not using a baseball bat.
Right.
You're using a stick.
And see, you know what I'm gonna do after this episode, right? I'm gonna go on Google
and try to look up stick ball.
And that's another thing that we have. We can just look shit up we don't know like right away. Boom.
I think the ability to look up stuff is great.
To a degree.
But I hate it when I'm like
not knowing is
with
good
some
too.
Friends, whatever, and I just want to hang out, whatever. Everybody's on their phone. And I cannot get somebody to engage with me. It happens with my family. All that. I wish that was not the case.
You got to get down to a podcast and engage, because if you hang out without mics, it's gonna be everybody on their phone.
Yeah.
And see, the only way we knew you were outside if we rolled past your house and all the bikes were in the front, or we seen people outside.
Right.
You guys, like he said, will sit right next to each other with your phones, and nobody's talking to each other. And I walked up on people walking, you know, and I'm like, how is it 4 people are sitting at this table and nobody's talking to each other?
Yeah.
Put your phones down and live into right now, because you're going to miss it. Yep. That person's going to leave. Something may happen to that person. You're like, dang, I was just with them yesterday at the cafe. But you didn't talk to them? You didn't even ask them how they were doing or anything.
Yeah.
So
that's what messes with me, because I've had like friends or family members pass away.
Yeah.
And it's like, I remember moments like that, and like, you know,
you gotta start talking to people.
You gotta start talking to people.
That's what, you know, a lot of comedians, they tell me, oh my God, you're so good with crowd work. Because if you don't talk to the audience, they want to feel like they're part of the show. They don't want to just feel like you're up there
reciting some shit.
At a school play.
Yeah. That's true. And it's and like we talked, when you went to, what was it, that the Comedy Cellar, you're talking about that you got picked on.
Oh, that was the greatest thing. We went to the Comedy Cellar in New York, and where they put us, I remember like I had my hair like freshly like coned back, right? So I got myself I had like just gotten these boots fresh. I had some good black skinny jeans on, good black shirt on.
Right.
And of course they put us right next to the stage. And so me and my brother, and at the time he had a
whiskers.
handlebar.
You don't have it anymore?
He just shaved it.
They really thought you guys were part of the show.
They were roasting us like a mother, and they were, because it's such a small club.
Right.
They're hearing each other like.
Right.
So they see us as soon as they come on stage. They go, "Oh, motherfuckers, you guys are not, like
Done.
you're the first."
Done.
But like, it made us crack. It
makes the
made
show
our
more
experience
fun.
our experience so much more fun.
And it makes it fun for those watching too.
Right.
Yeah.
So like
Right.
Especially, and you have to be able to take a joke, but that's
That
what.
too.
But like,
Yeah.
I was half the joke in there.
But
You know what I mean? Like I was half the show.
You also have to know who to do it to.
Right.
They knew that you guys were some fun people just by your demeanor.
Right.
Now,
And that comes from talking to people,
Right.
knowing who. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now I've been at shows where I'm standing there, and I'm not famous or anything. I've only been doing comedy for a short time.
Really?
So nobody knows me. So I'm standing there at the bar, and this woman and her friend are looking for somewhere to sit. And I said, well, there's some seats up there. You're more than welcome to go up there and sit down. She was like, no, we're fine. I was like, okay, no problem. Just helping.
Yeah.
And so the show went on, and I think I was featuring. I got up there,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my goodness, I hope you found the seat.
Nice.
So it's like you never know who you're talking
Right.
to.
And you don't notice that no one wants to take the front. So I don't know if I usually do this at that bridge show. Every time I set up the front row, nobody sits there.
Yeah.
That was the thing. That always happens. You've been
But
there.
then you get the ones that want to sit in the front row.
Yeah,
That's us.
But
Yeah.
since that at this show, like the past show, when I don't get somebody to sit, I move all those seats. So that like, the next motherfuckers up, it's the front row. Like
I've had people stand there like this watching me because they don't like a particular joke that I'm doing, and he's just standing there, it's just angry white guy the whole time, and throughout the whole joke, he just does like this, and by the end of it, he's like, "Oh yeah."
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then I just riffed off of him for like 10 minutes of the reason why I did this particular joke is because you were standing over there with your arms all crossed.
You inspired the shit.
Yeah, you had closed yourself off to this relationship before
Yeah.
you had gave it time to develop.
Nice.
Now I want to break up.
Right, you want to break up with me before we even got together, and I don't appreciate this.
And those are the things is like you can write all these jokes and this, but if I feel that's the hardest thing to come up with stuff like that and notice shit. Like that's where you got to go and perform on stage.
Well, I've been noticing these things all my life.
Right.
You know, I'm a black woman, I'm a lesbian, and that says it all. That's 3 strikes automatically. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's like this too.
Yeah, everybody's like that to me. No matter what the nationality.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean? So I understand it when I see it.
Yeah.
And when I get on stage, I already know what is there. So I have to address the elephant in the room at the
Right.
gate. We can have fun, and then everybody's with me. Now they understand, oh, okay, she's not so bad.
Yeah.
Do you that's what I was gonna ask you. Does like doing comedy now, does that keep you young?
No. Well, it does keep me young, I guess, but
You don't think of it.
I don't think of it that
Yeah.
way because I don't feel my age. And when I look at my family, none of them act or feel their age.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that they're acting childish, but they don't come across as a 50, 60-year-old. My uncle is like 70 something, and he still thinks he's the slickest cat in the world.
And he probably is.
Yeah,
And he is. Yeah.
My Uncle Neil be out there racing the teenagers. Like, come on, Unc.
Yeah.
Come on. He's out there racing full speed,
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
in sweating, talking about they trying to kill me. No, Unc, you're trying to kill you. Sit down. Out there trying to play basketball. With
Yeah,
everybody.
exactly,
No,
yeah.
Unc, you're like 70 years old. Relax, bro.
I gotta share something with you that you actually told me on social media before
What
we
did I
actually.
say?
It was a long time ago. You probably don't even remember this because we've been on Facebook for a while, and you posted something about how you've been. This was like 3 years ago, maybe. You posted something about how you have been writing a lot, and you changed your way of writing. And I forgot what I commented, but you told me something that like as far as my old jokes, I could rewrite them again into
new jokes.
New jokes. And then it sounds like, of course, but I never thought about that. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
Phil Woods told me that because we were standing around, and I think Kasim was drinking a Red Bull. Mm-hmm. And I said, bro, you shouldn't drink that Red Bull. Mm-hmm. Red Bull has this chemical in it called taurine. It's coming out of bull balls. Oh. And they are, oh, Tammy, here we go. Yeah, Tammy says I'm saying, all right, just look it up. It's cow semen. Just look it up. They look it up. They're like, it is. That's what it says. Oh, so now I said, see, now you got bull balls in your mouth.
Good thing I finished mine before you got here.
He just finished this. So that's why your back is hurting.
So Phil Woods said, you better say that on stage next time I see you. So the next time he saw me, I was at Punchline. Yeah. And I think I had put it together to where I had just, like I told you, I told the situation, but I used it in a way that I don't drink Red Bull anymore because it's from bull balls, you know, and I don't want any balls in my mouth, especially blue balls.
Blue balls.
Okay. So I said it, but that little joke, I've created it and put it in something else.
And made a lot of them.
And made a lot of them off of that. So you can, and then Tone X, working with him, he told me that you enter the new and the old, and then you can just keep recycling them, and the audience will never know.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think I fucking have a hard time with, where I already told this joke hella times, but it's like the new audiences don't know that.
Right.
You know, it's not like I'm famous and they know my jokes.
I messed up my whole set yesterday, but the audience was cracking up.
Yeah.
And I got off the stage and was like, I messed that up like 11 times.
Yeah.
But, you know, I got the point across of what I was trying to say.
Right.
Yeah. You were at TammyTea's last night, right?
Mm-mm. I was at Lucas in Oakland.
Okay.
I was at TammyTea's, I think, Monday?
Yeah.
Thursday.
When did you realize, like, I got to do stand-up? Like, I'm sure all your life you said funny stuff, but, like, when was, like, I got to do this?
All my life. I used to dance like Michael Jackson. I used to break dance. My family used to pay me to dance like Michael Jackson. And I used to break dance. I tried out for Yo-Yo. She used to come to our school. Mm-hmm. Don't play with my Yo-Yo. Remember her?
I think so.
Okay, you're too young. I forgot.
Yeah, I have no idea.
This is a time capsule episode.
Sorry, young kids. Google Yo-Yo. She's very popular. She's a very popular black rapper, female rapper. Yeah. But yeah, and I used to just do stuff, but I never knew that I wanted to be a comedian. But getting older, people used to always say, "Oh my God, you're so funny. You should be a comedian," and I just never paid any attention to it. And then till older black women. I would be somewhere and they would be there, and I'll just be talking and making people laugh, and they'll say, "Oh, you should do comedy." Mm-hmm. And I was at a wedding, and I was sitting at a table. I didn't know anybody at the table, and I was, just trying to lighten up the mood because we have to sit here together with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the older black woman, she was like, she said, "Where are you performing next?" I said, "I don't do comedy." She said, "Yes, you do. So whenever your next show is, let me know." So I went on about my business. I said, "All right." But this woman broke up with me. Okay. And I had met someone prior to that wanted to introduce me to comedy. So during the time that this woman broke up with me, I had really took it serious. Mm-hmm. So it was like 6 months, I would say. I really took it serious, and he started doing house parties geared around me doing comedy, and every Thursday it'd be a house party full of people, and then I'll do a set, and then they'll tell me, change this maybe, or write about this, and I'll come back. And then fast forward, like a week later, he introduces me to Tony Sparks. I do like 1 or 2 sets with Tony Sparks at an open mic, and then I go see Monique at the San Jose Improv because my heart was broken. You broke up with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go see Monique because when am I going to get a chance to see an Academy Award-winning actress and a Black Academy Award-winning actress in my own driving distance city? Got there, I was sharp. Okay, don't play with me. My haircut was sharp. I was clean. And I get there, get inside. It's a table right in the front. Remember, nobody wants to sit in the front. Table sitting right there in the front, seat 2. I ordered appetizers and another 2 drinks. Made sure the table looked busy because I didn't want nobody to sit there. And then Gerald Kelly come out. He do his thing. And sitting like this close. Yeah. And the whole time before the show, I'm just like going over material that I'm supposed to do for a show at the end of the week. And so I'm going over it. Gerald Kelly comes out. He does his thing. Then Monique comes out. And I'm like, oh, look at God. She's so beautiful. Like, she just stepping out. Legs is all shiny. I'm like, man. Trying to make sure my bow tie is, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm still clean, you know? Yeah. And then she's doing her thing, and I kept flirting with her. I don't know if she understood if I was flirting with her. I'm not trying to say Monique is a lesbian, so don't go trying to, you know.
We got an exclusive.
Yeah,
now.
don't be trying to cut it up and chop it up.
Tammy.
Yeah. I'm not trying to say all that. I'm just telling you what happened in my end. And I did. I kept with my chapstick like this, and then I put it back on the cap. So, you know, I kept doing it.
That's pretty smooth. Yeah.
That's
I kept doing it, and I was smiling. Every time she looked over, I made sure we made eye contact. And like after a while, she was like, "I'm sorry, what's your name?" Oh. And I said, "My name is Tammy." She said, "What?" I said, "My name is Tammy." She was like, "Oh shit, I thought you was a dude." I was like, but it worked for me. I didn't really care. Yeah. So she kept using me as a callback through the whole show. Yeah. The whole show. And I was like, shit, it's 400 people in here. They know my name. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. Oh, yeah. And so after the show, she said, "Where's Tammy? She didn't leave, did she?" So I'm standing there, and there's a whole bunch of other older black women, and they're like, "We staying with you because we want pictures." So she comes over, and I tell her that, you know, she gave me inspiration. She let me know at that moment that I could get on stage and say whatever I want and still entertain. And I said, "I'm an aspiring comedian." She said, "Oh, well, get on stage and do 10 minutes. I said, "When? Right now?" She said, "Yeah, my next show starting in 20 minutes. I'll tell the manager you're going to open up for me and you do 10 minutes. I said, "Right now? Right now?" Wow. And she said, "Do you want 10 minutes or not?" And now we're like this close. And I'm like, I can't tell you no.
I just wanted to get laid. No,
that's
I'm
disrespectful.
I'm kidding.
I know she's
no, but yeah, you can't turn that down.
You can't turn that down.
Yeah.
So
that's your opportunity,
especially at that level. Right. Hell no.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she says, "Okay, well, meet me in the back." I was like, "Meet you in the back of where?" She said, "Bitch, meet me in the lobby." So I'm in the lobby, and I'm calling my friends. I'm calling the guy that did the house parties for me specifically. Yeah. You know, there's only like 3 people at this time that knew I was trying to do comedy. So now I'm about to be on stage in front of the Bay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's that big.
The Bay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, I'm freaking out. Gerald Kelly's like, "Don't worry about it. You got this." He doesn't know me to tell me to calm down. He doesn't know if I'm funny or not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm taking up some of his time. You know? So I appreciated him. So now I'm sitting there and I'm trying to calm down. And then I see this woman come in that I used to try to get with all the time. And she never used to let me get with her, right? So I was like, I feel like Superwoman right now. I feel like I've gotten over the green kryptonite that somebody tried to put in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I got my wings back. So I started.
You went to heartbroken.
Man, I went to, "Oh, you didn't want to get with me" in my head. And I'm here now. So I got pumped up. My mouth was dry. I needed some water. As soon as I stepped on that stage, it was like I was supposed to be there.
Dang.
And I did over 10 minutes because I could see a red light that was flashing.
At the desk over there. Yeah.
And I remember somebody saying that you're supposed to look for a white light. And I said, that's not a good idea. I saw Monique and Paul Mooney standing up there watching me.
Oh, nice. Wow.
And I got off stage. I got off stage. Gerald Kelly says, "You funny as hell. You just wait." And then Monique comes back and she was like, "Baby, you don't even know what's about to happen to you." And I'm fanning out now. I'm like, oh my God, Shadow Boxer, Parkers. I'm rambling off all the shows that I've seen her on.
Yeah.
Just in life. And now I'm standing next to you. This is weird.
And she's giving you praise.
Right.
You're not just standing next to her.
Yeah.
You're not taking a picture.
It's one thing seeing her and then actually doing your thing in front of them.
She's telling you what she's a professional at. That you're also good at that.
Right. I've never been on stage before, mind you.
Right.
Dang.
I've never been on stage before. I've been on stage one time, and that was a going away comedy club, and I had no idea what I was doing.
Which was at the Purple Onion?
Somewhere in Sacramento.
Oh, Sacramento.
Yeah,
okay.
And that was like early 2000s.
That's so you just went. Oh,
it's not over.
Oh wow.
So now we're back there. I'm telling her about rambling my parents and this and that.
Yeah.
And she's getting ready to say something, and she says, I'm gonna save it for the stage. So now they call her out. She goes out there. I'm crying backstage like a bitch because I am. You know what I'm saying? All the sensitiveness, whatever. I'm back there like this is not supposed to happen right now. So I'm listening to her, and Gerald Kelly is like, go out there, go out there. I'm like, what do you mean go out there? She's calling me back on stage. She calls me back on stage. I go out there. She says, take a bow, bitch. I took a bow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's sisterly love.
Yeah.
So awesome. I took my bow, and then I gave a salute. I got ready to walk off stage. And she nah, get your ass back over here. Pulls up the stool, and now we're going back and forth.
Oh,
and she's doing
nice.
She's telling the audience some of the things that I told her backstage about my upbringing. And she's like, y'all parents don't understand what you're doing to your children at a young age. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I mean? You need to support your kids. And so she went in and she told some jokes, and she made a comment about some girls. I said, oh, Monique, it's a woman right out there right now that never want to give me none. And she took the mic. She was like, oh, it's a bitch out there right now. Nice. I bet you want to now. And then now she went into her set that she had did closing out when we had shared exchange. And now her and I are going back and forth on stage in front of all these people, So she said, out of 30 years of comedy, I've never seen a lesbian comedian get on stage and say the things that this woman have said. I'm taking her on tour with me.
You went on tour with her?
I went on tour with her.
What?
No way.
Facts. She contacted me like a week or two later. And every time she's contacted me, it's been her personally.
Wow. So when you first went there, that's what I thought, like you're trying to spit game at her?
No.
That's what I thought when you did that. That's what I said when I said earlier.
No, I was sitting in the audience watching her perform.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at her show, just sitting in the front row.
You were flirting.
I was definitely.
Okay, that's what I mean. Yeah, you were definitely flirting.
Not trying to necessarily.
No, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I know that she's married, so
okay.
I was definitely flirting. It's a Black Academy Award.
Exactly.
Actress.
Yeah.
Her name is Monique.
But you got something better, like that.
I got something better.
That relationship, and she's a legend. Like she's like. I mean, there's been women comics, but like she was like on a whole other level, and she's super underrated for her stand up.
Right. Well, no, she's not. She's
rated.
Like
you know what I'm saying? Like the media doesn't give her props.
Ain't nobody worried about that.
No, but like she doesn't get talked about as much as she should be.
There's a lot of actors that don't get talked about like they should be. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really gauge it off of that. Once you know, there's a lot of talented comedians in this game that never get any shine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I probably will go down as an urban myth in Oakland comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I wanted to have you on.
Yeah.
You know, like
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
We like to highlight that. You know,
yeah,
like
I appreciate it.
these like.
Hopefully, I didn't bore your listeners.
No, we love these stories. That's a great story. Like, I thought.
And this is only 3 years ago.
Dang.
That's insane.
This
is your first show.
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever been, because I don't think you guys understood that.
Yeah,
that was the first time.
I thought this was like in the 90s.
No, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
February 11th, 2018.
Can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. Do you want to get that big?
No.
Or do you want to be an Oakland legend?
I just want
somewhere in between.
I just want to have fun.
Uh-huh.
Being famous now is dangerous.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's dangerous. See, when we was growing up, I used to live by a whole bunch of famous people. Mm-hmm. But you seen them, on stage, or you seen them at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in Los Angeles. But now, when you see a celebrity, you got to take a picture.
Yeah.
You got to post something negative. You got to look at them. They got all this money, and this how they dress to go to the store. So it's different now. Yeah. I like where I'm at. You know, what are you going to do with a whole bunch of money in a pandemic?
I could think of a few things to do, but
buy a whole bunch of more Amazon shit. That's what.
I mean, I could probably move out of my folks' house.
Well, yeah, I haven't lived in my mama's house in a long time.
An 8-ball and
an 8-ball.
Oh no, in America, boy, I'm black. It's two things that'll put you in jail in America: cocaine and white women. And I don't do neither one. I don't do cocaine or white women, so I'm safe.
So that's right now where you're at. This is like where you're.
Well, I don't know where I want to go.
I mean, you want to do more stand-up.
Of course,
yeah,
I definitely want to do more stand-up.
But it is scary to be.
The idea of being famous is scary.
It is very scary because of this day and time. You know, the bigger you get, everybody's cheering you on when you get there. Mm-hmm. And then when you get there, they're like, shit, she ain't all that. She up there now. What the fuck?
When I used to hear that, like, I used to be like, no way, there's no way people mean that. And then I realized, like, imagine not having my private life.
Yeah.
You know?
Being able to go to the grocery store.
Right.
With, you know.
Yeah. Or saying,
And just being nice to the people that you've already been nice to.
Exactly.
And they know you. You know, your interactions with everybody will change.
Right.
Because now it's somebody in Idaho who don't know you, who has said something about you, and now the regular people that you've been nice to in your community are looking at you like you got shit on your face. It's like, what the fuck? They don't even know me. So I don't, and I haven't experienced it because I haven't gotten to that level, but it is scary to just say something, you know, and then it goes completely array. That's why I have to make sure that I'm cautious, you know, no disrespect to anybody.
That's the thing that, like, I forgot what show I saw this, and I was like, that's a great idea. This dude, it was some show that was popular like 10 years ago. He wins the lottery, but he keeps his secret. He doesn't want to tell his inner circle.
A lot of people do that today.
Yeah. Because then it's going to change how your inner circle treats
everything.
you. And especially your inner circle, if they change, like, that's it. Like, you know.
Yeah, you got to keep at least that safe.
At least that can stay the same.
Like, I don't invite a lot of people to my house anymore. You guys probably be having parties. You getting 8 balls.
Now you got everyone thinking I do drugs.
I was saying me. I was
just earlier.
But now she's looking at me.
I know.
Just earlier, he was like, "You've been to my house, right?" And you're like, "You don't even know who's been in your house."
I know.
I'm playing.
Yeah. So when I was younger, as you are, I had some wild parties.
Yeah.
I had a studio apartment, and I was in college. And I think I had like 100 people in this studio apartment. One woman locked herself in the bathroom. She wouldn't come out. She wouldn't come out the bathroom. So that's an extra space that's taken up. And then, so people were going in the pool and peeing in the pool. People were having sex in the bushes. Somebody.
Best place.
Oh my God.
Things that would normally happen in the bathroom.
Right. Somebody broke the picture window outside on the front door of the apartment building. So it was just chaos everywhere. And our swimming pool in the apartment was painted black at the bottom. So you wouldn't know if somebody peed in there anyways.
There's a turd floating around.
Is that what you guys were saying? Why are they doing the opposite?
What do you mean?
Like, why are they not having sex in the pool? And
peeing
in the bushes?
Yeah, because they were peeing in the pool.
And then the woman locked herself in the bathroom.
The girl locked herself in the bathroom. Nobody could use the bathroom.
Having a mental breakdown.
So and it was a lot of frat brothers there. So fraternity guys. So they were peeing in the pool. And
I just imagine like 3 people in the giant pool, and they're like, when the fuck do we get a hot tub or something like that?
Oh no, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock. There was nobody in the pool but pee.
Yeah, I invite less people to my house now.
Yeah,
and I got weird. Like, if I don't know who you're bringing to my house, you can't come over. You know, I gotta know who's coming. You know,
Yeah.
Because then, like, once you leave, this motherfucker knows where I live.
Yeah, and they done took pictures in the inside.
Yeah.
Got a little video chat going on.
Exactly.
So everybody want to be on live. Look at the paintings. No.
We used to do this at my house before.
Yeah.
And
It's too many people.
It's too many people, and like now we got to bring it to the chop shop, like you said.
Yeah, come to the chop shop. Chop it up.
But see, at least for a business, now we're promoting their business
Exactly.
too.
Right.
So, you know,
So
if you
it's
need
a win-win.
stickers, yeah, if you need
It's a win-win.
wraps or anything.
You can't be trampling up and down the stairs to my apartment trying to do an interview.
Yeah.
My dog is not going to appreciate that.
That's the worst, like, because, you know, Richmond's known for house parties. Growing up in Richmond, that was like the thing, house parties. And I remember going to those really crazy house parties, like someone, you know, would throw at their apartment. And you hear those poor bastards in the bottom apartment coming out to complain. Hey, you guys are like usually old, like a family, and you're having fun, like whatever. But like I can't imagine like myself now as an older person, you know, putting up with that shit, man. Nah. Yeah, like now I feel their pain. You know, whenever the lawnmower guy gets there early on a Saturday, like, oh, come on, dude.
Yeah,
I'm like, sleeping. I've been out all night. Come on, man.
Yeah, you don't need to do that at 6 a.m.
Exactly.
Right. Trying to get an early start. Yeah. We not.
On my expense. Exactly. I'm hungover, dog.
It's a pandemic. I'm still sleeping in.
Yeah.
I work from home and I'm still sleeping.
You working from home right now in the pandemic? How's that been for your writing? Like stand up?
It's hard.
Really?
Yeah, it's hard for my writing.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Because my writing comes from real life experience.
And going out and stuff,
Yeah,
huh?
like the dude that tried to talk to me, the little 25-year-old in my joke. That's a true story.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah,
I didn't want to
true.
say it because I don't know if you wanted to talk about that. Anyway.
I don't have any.
Okay. That's one of my favorite jokes I've heard recently.
Yeah, that happened during
I'd love to hear this story because I wasn't there at the show.
You weren't at the show.
I wasn't there.
Okay, I was walking my dog. I had my earphones in, and this little young dude, he comes walking in front of me, and then he stops, and then he turns around. He was like, oh, and I tried to walk over him, go around. He was like, oh, I tried to get your attention. I was like, what were you trying to get? I'm like, what? Were you trying to get were you what? He was like, oh, I was trying to get your attention from across the street. And I was like, why? Why are you trying to get my attention? Do you need something? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? He was like, you know, are you with someone? I was like, what do you mean? I'm here with my dog. I'm trying to walk my dog. Yeah. What do you want? Are you lost? You know what I'm saying? Do you need assistance? Yeah. He was like, no, I mean, are you with, I'm still holding the earpiece. He's like, no, are you with anyone? I said, are you hitting on me? And he was like, yeah. I was like, I started laughing. I did. I was like, bruh, you can't be serious, bruh. You can't be serious. I was like, listen.
You asked him that?
Yeah, I said, you can't be serious. And he was like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, listen, you're going to look back at this day and you're going to understand what's going on. Yeah. I said, how old are you? He was like, I'm 25. I said, 25? I've been eating pussy your entire life. Your entire life. What are we doing here, sir? I probably know your mom.
Probably ate her out too.
Yeah. He was like, well, you know, you could try something new. I said, try something new? Bruh, you're new. You are new. You haven't even probably moved out of your parents' house, you know? Yeah. And he was handsome. He looked like me when I was his age. I swear to God, he was very handsome, had the little basketball shorts on and the new Jordans. He was clean. I was like, if you don't go home with your groceries, what are we doing here?
His ice cream's melting.
Oh my God. I laughed about that for the whole rest of my walk. And I just kept, and I said,
you got to turn that into a bit.
I did. And then.
In real life, does that make you feel good though?
No, like, it's weird. Yeah? It's weird.
You don't feel honored at all?
I mean, it's weird.
Yeah. It's if
you because you know what it is.
Yeah.
But I understand because your generation has no gender.
Oh yeah.
So I understand for him as a 25-year-old man, he doesn't see that. Mm-hmm. In my generation, it was understood. Mm-hmm. And when we went to the club, I knew it was all gay people in the club. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now there is no gay clubs.
Really?
Well, there's still gay clubs.
Where?
Like in SF, there's tons.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Because if you go there, 9 times out of 10, it's filled with straight people.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
like
true.
yeah, that's true.
That's true.
There's
Actually,
no more. There are no more gay clubs.
Like gay only clubs.
Yeah.
The Pride event. It's
Right.
all
It's all straight
It's a
people.
lot of straight people now. Yep, that's true.
The reason why
Yeah.
San Francisco Pride has such strict security is because a straight person shot another straight person because they thought that straight person was hitting on them.
Oh shit. Straight people are the problem.
Yeah,
That's
why
thing.
it's another thing. You know, straight people are always yelling, "Oh my God, gay people are gonna mess up the world."
Yeah.
How has the world been in your hands, straight people? How has it been?
If you're listening, answer us that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
you know,
Put it in the comments.
and then I don't have this thing about gay community and straight community. I'm your community. I pay taxes.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
My taxes don't say gay on it. You know
gay
what I'm saying?
tax. You get another gay tax.
I don't have a gay tax. I am your community. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
not put that out there because they'll find a way to put gay
Yeah,
tax.
gay
in there.
tax.
Gay tax.
I mean, there's probably a gay tax. I just haven't gotten to that level of fame yet that I haven't. I probably will have to contribute to the gay tax.
tax.
Forgive me, the gay tax people. Don't come for me yet. I'm not ready.
Yeah, that's the thing that I see. Like my straight friends posting pictures from gay clubs
Oh, man.
at Pride. I used to work at Pride. I worked there 3 years in a row, and yeah, it's mostly straight women and straight men trying to,
Yeah,
trying
get
to,
threesomes.
Trying to get yeah.
I was actually gonna say it's so much easier, and I'll take back what I said because you're right. I remember going to Pride, and it's so much easier for a straight guy to pick up a straight girl at a gay bar.
Correct.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because
You guys are make it easy for us in a way,
But
like
then, but then it
well,
gives,
I wasn't even gonna say that.
But then it
Sorry.
gives the man, the young man, the impression that lesbians do this.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then it gets misconstrued that, okay, we could be friends because I know if I stick around and be your friend long enough, you gonna
Right.
give me some. And then they get their heart broke like, dude, you're not even coming to my house. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Yeah.
No, some for you.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say about? Sorry.
Oh no! I was gonna say the only problem like I really had
Yeah.
was because like at that time my hair was blonde, like blah
Oh, yeah.
blah. I was coming in and I was like surrounded by men, like hordes of men all the time. And I guess like when I was drunk, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like if I'm getting free drinks, as long as I saw them.
Right.
No.
Right.
I swear to God, I
Yeah,
go like
free drinks.
I love going to gay clubs because I'm like, as long as I see them pouring the drinks and you bought them for me and I ain't got to pay for shit.
And girls think the same way.
Yeah. I was gonna say, women do that all the time.
I can't-
My cousin used to not bring her wallet to bars. She used to like be like, I'm just gonna leave my wallet here. One
Yeah.
time, like there was no guys, right? And she's gay too, right?
Right.
But she knew she could like win the
Finesse
system over.
it, yeah.
Yeah. And one time she goes, "Oh hey, Quitos, could I borrow like $50?" And I was like, "For what? Where's your wallet?" She goes, "Oh, I didn't bring it because I thought there was gonna be more guys here.
Right.
Like I never have to bring my wallet." I was like, "What?" I was like,
Now,
"This is like a
but
whole
see,
different."
I have
Worlds and-
I have flirted with a waiter
Yeah.
a time or two to get this free or discounted. Now we ain't gonna play like we can't use the smile for what it's for. But at the same time, there's a boundary that
Yeah.
some guys tend to try to cross, thinking that that
Right.
logic.
Right.
That, there's no gender and everybody. Look on TV. Everybody's fucking everybody.
Yeah.
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 I think there still needs to be 100% a level of respect though.
Right.
And that's something that like,
Oh, that's why I turn it on them on stage.
yeah.
I also have a joke where, true story. I'm at a party at my friend's party for her new house, a housewarming or something.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to, like, we're at the table and we're talking, and so this strange dude just walks up in the middle of the conversation, at the end of our conversation, and he says to me, "So, you never had dick before?" Like just out the blue. Like, what are you talking about? And so, right, like where is this coming from? And so her husband walks past him and he's like, "Dude, leave it alone." And he's like, "No, I want to know." And the wife tells him, "Dude, leave it alone." And so he kept on messing with me, And I said, "Bruh, let me ask you something. Have you ever been with a man?" He's like, "Hell no." I said, "So why you want me to do something you wouldn't do?"
Exactly. Yeah.
And he kept, well, they get into that. You supposed to and all this other stuff. I said, okay, look, let me tell you something. You got a lot of nasty stuff in your head you want to do to me, and I could tell you got a lot of nasty stuff in your head that you want to do with me. You know what I'm saying? You got me bent over the table. You blowing my back out. You got the ice cream and the ball gag, and you just doing all this nasty stuff. You just King Kong ain't got nothing on you. You beating it up. You in the pussy, right?
I'm gonna note all this down,
right?
by the way.
Yeah, you just doing all of that. He was like, yeah. He's standing there like, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I was like, yeah. So now I want you to think, all that nasty stuff you got in your head that you want to do to me, I get to do to you. And I go first. And then her husband walked past and was like, I told you to leave it alone. I get to do to you. You know what I'm saying? Everything you want to do, I go first. My dick ain't got no timer. Ain't got no timer. My dick is hard right now.
And it's bigger than yours.
Yes, right now. Okay. So you got to get it up, bro. You got to get it up. You got to take time. You gonna run out of the house before I run out of the house. Okay. So I just need to know, bro. If you still want to do that nasty shit in your head, you know what I'm saying? What you want to do? He's like, man, you crazy. And walked away. And every time he seen me after that, he was just like, she crazy. And he leaves me alone.
Yeah.
Even at the barbershop, I have to say the same thing. Like, this dude was like, if I give you some good dick, you'd be wearing dresses. Huh. Okay. If I give you some dick, we're going to be comparing dresses. I don't know what you want to do, bro, but
shit.
Okay. No. So I've learned to... I mean, I've been dealing with this all my life.
It's like it doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop.
Mm-mm. I had an incident or an experience. I had a friend who was she was bi, but afterwards she was mostly dating women, and then we were friends. And one day she's like, you know what, I want to try it again. So I was the lucky chosen one to try it again.
And now she's still with women.
Yeah. And I fell in love, kind of. And then I was like, oh, man.
And then she went back to her girlfriend. She was like, this is why I left her alone in the first damn place.
I thought my dick's gonna save her and bring her to my side.
Yeah. You guys think that. You guys think
exactly.
that.
And she's like, it was like, nah, for real, this is the worst shit ever.
Right. And my thing is, because, dudes always say, all you need is some good dick.
Yeah.
And it's like, if all women needed was some good dick, why is it that 70% of them never have orgasms?
Yeah.
From the dick.
Exactly.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Hi. Dicks in the room. Hi. No answer.
I don't lie.
Okay,
I don't lie. I don't.
I'm glad you bring that up because and it's taboo to say this. Like
porn has ruined it. So.
No, when you're in a group.
Porn has ruined a lot of things for
people, for guys.
Yeah, for guys.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is like when you're in a group, you're supposed to lie. You're supposed to be like, I have the biggest. I can perform. I can take on 2-3 at a time.
Right.
You don't do that with anything else. Like you don't say, oh, I'm the best.
I'll build the shit out of this roof.
Yeah,
exactly.
You're not supposed to, but for some reason we're supposed to lie. Like we're not allowed to say like, okay, maybe I have some things to learn. Maybe I have some things to work on.
You're allowed to say it. You just don't.
Exactly.
I was gonna say we started doing that like when we were kids. Like for us, because I'm 25, so we were like. I know. I'm young.
No, the joker there. The
25-year-old.
I mean, you literally just got here.
No, I just got here.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, we used to be like, bro, like, I got the tiniest dick in the world. Blah, blah. Like, we just wouldn't even lie anymore.
Right.
Because, like, you know what it sounds like nowadays? It sounds like douchey as hell.
Yeah.
To be like, yo, I got a big
fucking.
But then why are you even bringing that up? Why do I need to know? Because I'm around male comics all the time.
Yeah.
And the things that they say, I'm like, why do I need to know that you masturbated 4 times today? Why is that my business? Okay.
Why is this so comfortable? Why are they so comfortable to say that?
And why do I need to know?
Yeah.
If I masturbated today, you would not know it.
Yeah.
It's not your business. It's between me and the masturbation tool that I chose.
But now we know you use a tool.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. But my point is, allegedly.
Now it's pointy. Great.
No pointy stuff. I'm an introvert?
Introvert.
I mean, outside, right?
No.
What's the
no.
Introvert?
I'm outside.
Extrovert.
Yeah, I'm an extrovert.
Okay.
Okay, outside. I believe in labels. Okay, I grew up in a generation of labels.
For sure.
I was called everything before I even knew what gay was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was in my room today laughing like, guys, you guys feel the need that you guys, a lot of straight dudes. Like this guy at the comedy show. Everything he said negative about me was some mythical made up cartoon shit about a dildo that possibly could never fucking happen. You know what I mean? That is the type of things that they say in order to try to cut me down. And I'm like, dude, I'm so fly that you can't say anything honestly about me to cut me down. You have to make up some sketch in your head that could possibly be funny for me to get torn down, and it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I done been, jokes about me and dildos have been going on before I knew what a fucking dildo was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that type of stuff doesn't bother me, and which makes me, a little bit stronger on stage.
Yeah.
Just like hearing fat jokes. I've heard them all already.
Right.
Like, it's you at this point, like it doesn't like, I've already heard that one.
Right,
like,
right.
Were you gonna talk about my titties? Okay.
Right.
Like, yeah, I wear a bra, just so you know.
And it's always a dude with titties that got the worst things to say about women. What is that about?
I've heard that, yes.
I mean, we literally could wear the same bra, right? Come on. Come on.
That's I've seen that a lot. And like what we were talking about earlier about going, like what we had just mentioned, it's porn has like ruined what dudes think. I think when we had Gabe, we talked about that. Like, don't take relationship advice from dudes who only watch porn or sex advice, because what are they gonna tell? Well, you choke her for a bit and then
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah. That's not how life works.
No, exactly.
Can't just choke everybody. You gotta get permission now, written consent, because you never know.
You need a contract and you get sent, get notified.
And in the morning after, you go over what happened that night and make sure it's signed.
But then you got to sign another contract to make sure that one is
okay.
You need footage. You need footage of the signing.
The footage can be manipulated, so you got to get a DNA, NDA for the 2 letters that were signed, and you got to get them both witness stamped. And you gotta make sure.
Next thing you know, you break up because you haven't had sex in 2 months.
At all.
Yeah.
Because the paperwork hasn't come in.
Paperwork hasn't come in.
Yeah.
A prenup for just sex, not even marriage.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you. So you also talked about raising kids. Is that like that's a real thing?
Oh yeah, I've been with women who've had kids.
And raising straight people's kids.
With raising straight people kids, yeah. I was in a relationship for 6 years, and it was 3 boys. So I helped participate in 2.5 because the youngest lived with their father. School closed. Going up to the school, talking to the principal, making sure they're getting into good schools. All of that stuff. Basketball practice, you know what I'm saying? The mentoring, sitting down, everything.
Fixing straight people's problems.
Yeah. That's what gay people do.
That's what I see is like, I support, when they talk about like, gay people shouldn't raise, two men shouldn't raise like, why not?
Right, because if you were 2 straight men on the football team and you're raising these straight kids, and I was raised in a straight household, so how come I'm not straight?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was raised in a straight household with 2 straight parents.
Yeah.
Straight auntie, straight uncle, straight grandma. My sister is straight. So I grew up in a straight household in church with straight people. Well, some of them, because a lot of them, it was gay pride and never mind. But I grew up in a straight environment in a straight world. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there's no, if that logic was true, gay people shouldn't raise kids because the kids are going to be gay and more, then I should be straight.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly. By that logic,
I should be straight. I grew up with a mama and a daddy. So you can't say it wasn't no daddy in the house. Shout out to everyone who has been sexually assaulted. It's foul. I have never experienced it. you know, I just want to make sure it's a delicate. I've never experienced it, and that's another myth.
That's something that has been said a lot. Right. For especially, I've heard it a lot for men.
Right.
Like, oh, he's gay because he was sexually assaulted.
I've been blessed to not have been in that situation.
Yeah, definitely.
So I can't. So when people see me or we have a conversation, a lot of dudes automatically assume those reasons.
You had a bad experience with a guy, a bad relationship.
Yeah, you just need the right guy and all this. It's like, no. So I bring all that to the stage. And I thank Monique for that, because my first jokes were basically about my mom teaching me the sex talk. But I knew she wasn't going to teach me the sex talk I wanted to know. She wasn't going to teach me how to kiss Keisha. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to hear that. And it was long, but it wowed her over, because I'm telling a story that a lot of gay people don't really tell, especially black gay people don't really tell. Right. You know, I grew up in the church. I grew up, you know, you gonna look this way, you know, and I always say I grew up, and all my aunts and my mom, they all wanted me to be a princess, but I only got to a prince. I got to a prince. That's as good as
now a king.
You know what I'm saying? Soon to be a king.
To be king.
But you know, I wouldn't change it because it's made me the open person I am now. Because now I'm looking at TV, I see Lena Waithe, I see Young M.A., and I was like, what? You can just say this now? There's no way I would have been able to say some of the things and do some of the things that these young gay kids are doing now. And when I say gay, I mean the whole alphabet gang. I'm not going to run down the LBGTQRSYZ. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So apologize to y'all, but that's how I grew up. Yeah. Gay was one word of one group of people, and it was what it was. Either you are or you're not.
Yeah. And have you, now that you're doing comedy, is that the crowd that comes out to see you when you do, or no?
I do more, and I love it. I love when I get on stage and it's a mixture of people. Yeah. Because I got taught by the Queen. You know, she took me to Texas twice. Wow. Arlington, Texas, I had to learn. Arlington, Texas is like the Bible thumping. Yeah. We're talking Bible thumping black people. An audience full, like 300 black people looking at me like, say something funny, bitch. And you better be good. Yeah. So I'm looking at my relatives, you know what I mean? Not in general, but I'm looking at people that look like me, and I felt like I was 10 years old all over again, being judged for being gay, and I bombed. Wow. I almost started crying. I ain't gonna lie, I almost started crying. I was holding a tear like Denzel Washington. I was holding it in there. Yeah. And I was like, Monique, why are they not feeling me? Them doing the same thing in San Francisco, and it's killing. Yeah. She was like, you're not in San Francisco. Yeah. That's why I brought you out here. I brought you out here so you could see that even though you're saying that in San Francisco, it's killing, you got to figure out how to say it to them. Yeah.
You kill everywhere.
And kill everywhere. So now the puzzle pieces, you know, I just put the old with the new. So now the sex talk with my mom, it goes into the joke you heard the other day. My mom said, you have sex with boys, you make babies. That was my birth control. You know what I'm saying? So
the greatest.
That was my birth control. I saved so much money in 15 minutes switching to vagina. You know what I'm saying? So I took that joke, which is, if I tell the whole story, probably like 15 minutes long in itself. Yeah. So I took that and just cut it down into another joke. And working with Monique gave me permission to be my authentic self on stage. Right. I don't have to, you know, I don't know if I've ever talked to you guys after the show, but like in the green rooms or in the parking lot. But my conversation with you right now is going to be the same conversation I'm going to have on stage. Yeah. I'm going to be the same person. So I had to learn quick though, because working with her, we went to Vegas, it was her and I. That's it. And mind you, I had just worked with the dude at the park that I met a couple times at the house parties, and then I worked with Tony Sparks and Hella Funny Crew, Stroy and all them a few times at the open mics. I've never been on stage before. Wow. So now I'm in Vegas and I'm hosting, opening, introducing, and closing. You know what I'm saying?
In a big fucking show.
In Las Vegas. It's just her and I.
Yeah.
And Sacramento, it was just her and I. You know what I mean? So my first year in comedy, I was thrown into a major situation.
Blessing.
Yeah. Ontario, California. It was her, myself, and Tone X. And then I didn't know anything about guest sets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm thinking it's me, Monique, and Tone X. You know what I'm talking about? And right now I'm feeling real territorial because that's how we've been rocking. So I'm cool with just us three. And then this third person came, and then Monique was like, oh, she gonna go. Because I was getting ready to go on stage, and then she was standing there, and I was like, what is this? Because this ain't supposed to happen. And Monique was like, well, no, she's gonna go before you. And now I got in my feelings, you know, because people came out to see me. So I'm in my feelings, and I'm like, all right, go ahead, lady. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to myself like, shit, this is my spot. I'm in LA. I grew up out here. My people. I'm just talking to myself, going in. I think I blacked out. And then
with anger.
Yeah. Because I didn't understand how the things go. So I get up there and I was like, my motherfucking people from high school, when we said we ride together and we die together and we ain't dead yet, where y'all motherfuckers at? And the whole left side of the audience went bananas.
Nice.
And then I was went into my shit, and when I got off stage, Tone X was like, I see what you did there. But now I understand that sometimes you're gonna get bumped.
Yeah.
But I was in my feelings. But I had to murder it just for GP and let you know this is my house.
Yeah. Doesn't that kind of help though if you get bumped a little?
Yeah,
before,
it does now.
Because now you're getting more people.
And I realized after I got off stage, everything we did, it was a learning lesson for me from her. That was the perfect spot for me to open up for her because we had already worked together.
Yeah.
We have already done shows when it's just her and I. So I already know what she expects before she gets out. You know, so I had to, look back, and like I said, everything we did was a learning experience.
And this was after you had already done your runs in Texas, everywhere else?
That was Texas.
Vegas.
When you went to Ontario, you had already done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
I didn't do Vegas yet.
Okay.
Vegas was my last one. I wasn't even supposed to do as many as I did. I was only supposed to do like 3 dates, and I ended up doing more than that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is like, that speaks to your natural performer.
And I listened. You have to listen. A lot of people, even like. I have permission to call her, like
nice.
If you call me on your phone and your number is in my phone, you never gave me permission to lock it in my phone. You know what I'm saying? So just because you call me doesn't mean I'm going to lock it in because you didn't say I could. So even though we had that communication and all of this, I hit her up on Instagram to ask a question, but I didn't know if she was going to answer. Like I just thought we worked together, was whatever. So she hit me up and she was like, oh, call me. And I was like, okay, well, here's my number. Call me when you have time, if you have time, because I don't, And then when I talked to her, I said, well, you never gave me permission to keep your phone number. You called me, to book me or whatever and give me details, but you never said, hey, Tammy, save my number. So now that you're telling me to save it, I'll put it in, and I appreciate it. So I just want to I like that we have that relationship, and I forgot why I started that conversation right now.
Just keep
forgot
going.
What my point was.
Just keep going.
Oh, because he had asked you if that was the only thing, but you said you did more shows and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did more shows.
No,
and now I'm able to contact her and ask her for advice. That's what
for sure. No, yeah. No, but I was like, but just keep going. Like, I think I forgot it too because we went there. I was like, it's awesome how this came out of you just being
heartbroken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to a bar by yourself.
A lot of good things happen.
I do all the time.
Yeah, a lot of good things happen after a heartbreak.
Yeah.
In my life, especially.
Well, it taught me that I was focused on the wrong things.
Yeah.
every relationship I had to that point had failed. Mm-hmm. Why? Because that's not where you're supposed to be focusing your energy. If I would have focused all of my energy into comedy that I focused into those relationships, imagine where I would be right now.
Especially on how little you've been doing this.
Right. Yeah. So now
you got me thinking about my life. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. Can we?
But you got to think about it. What's something that you are really good at that you don't even have to try doing?
Sex. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, see, that's questionable again.
I know.
75% of women have an orgasm.
I had to bring it back. I'm sorry. No.
But I mean, you got to think about it. Something
for sure.
that you do all the time, effortlessly. I think that's the word. And it's just easy, and you're good at it.
Yeah.
And I had to look and sit and look at myself and be like, I'm good at making people laugh.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And why am I not actually doing it?
Talking to people.
So talking to people happens because when you're a little young gay kid, nobody wants to play with you. Mm-hmm. So you play games by yourself in your room, and you create shit and imaginary friends, and you create a world of entertainment for yourself.
You entertain yourself, yeah. You learn how to entertain yourself, and then you realize you're going above and beyond in that for yourself, so people are going to appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah.
So once you, I did a play in high school. I'm getting all personal and shit. I did a play in high school, and I remember standing up there, and it was called Crystal Stare. It was a poem. I was standing up there doing my poem, had my hair all feathered out. I thought it was fly, and I heard somebody say, we didn't even know she knew how to do hair. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of my shit.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do nothing. I hear a whole bunch of stuff screaming back at me, dyke bitch, all this shit, you know what I'm saying? Right. But I couldn't do nothing but continue on with my poem. So I learned early to ignore a lot of stuff people do because they're going to do what they want to do anyway.
Yeah, you can't control that.
At all.
Going back a little bit, you had mentioned Stroy
Mod?
Yeah. Did you perform with him in Oakland maybe a couple years ago? And it was like that. It's a weird bar, but it had the back patio.
It had a back patio.
Kind of. That's where the stage was. I think it was one of the
Copper Spoon.
Was it Copper Spoon? Where there's a nice big old bar.
Oh yeah, the Copper Spoon.
Yeah.
We're still at the Copper Spoon.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
so I've seen you perform live then.
Oh yeah.
Yes. One night I remember this. What's his name? Stroy. Okay. Because I had hit him up on Instagram. I forgot what it was, but. He goes, yo, nice to meet you, because I wanted him in one of our band's music videos.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, let's talk after the show. So I see him. He goes, yeah, just sit right here real quick. I'll be right back. So I'm waiting, and I'm chilling on my phone. And I remember you came up to me. You're like, because he was talking to some girls, and I was like, I'm just gonna, I'll just wait it out. I wasn't right next to him, but you're like, yeah, he probably just he just started talking to them, so you're probably cock blocking right now. And I was like,
right,
shit.
Right.
I was like, should I just go? She was like, yeah, you probably should go.
You probably should just go.
I was like, so I remember the band, because I brought my whole band there. I go, so did you get it? Did you get his number, so we could work something out? I go, nah. The comedian just told me to go home.
Gotta relax, bro. You gotta relax. You see the man getting his, throwing his game on. You gotta just let him slide. You hit him on Instagram.
No, I'm going to. Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
No, you know what's funny too? Because and that was it was right before the pandemic too.
Yeah.
So there was no need. I mean, we didn't even shoot a music video until recently.
Yeah.
And then, you know how the whole band was talking about, we're not going to have extras really, just one person.
Yeah, he probably, and if he was in deep conversation like that, he was probably talking some business. Was it the tall lady that owns the place he was talking to?
No, some
random chick. Yeah, he was probably trying to take her.
Go in the car.
Yeah.
No, but it was funny too, because I had just, and I remember I looked up, because he was talking to I think the owner at first, and that's what it was.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna wait, right? And then I looked up again, and there's two girls with him, random, kind of white dresses, hella tight. I was like, oh, fuck. And then you looked at me, you're like, yeah, you ain't getting.
Tammy saved you some time because he wasn't coming back to talk to you.
Yeah.
Right.
What does this all tie back to? Anonymous, good advice to strangers to me when I didn't know you.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, that's how I met one of my girlfriends. I actually met her kids before I met her.
Yeah.
Her son, I met him at a gas station. He was coming out of the gas station. I held the door for him and talked to who I later found out was her husband.
You snatched.
I don't do that. I don't do that. And that's another misconception.
Yeah.
We cannot snatch anything.
Right.
You know, a person's going to do what a person wants to do.
Exactly.
And there's been many a times, well, probably all the times, I have told women, no, you're in a relationship. I don't date women in relationships.
Power to you.
Right. And then they'll bring me lunch. Right?
Okay.
Right. No, it's like they'll make like a home cooked meal for me and bring me lunch. Like, or.
You twisted my arm.
Like,
yeah.
and it's not just once. It's like they'll continuously do it and continuously do it until they pin you up against the wall and tell you that you're going to give them some. And I'm like, this is. I mean, I can't say no at this point.
Of course not.
So
you should teach a class on this stuff, man, for guys.
No, it's not a class because your generation has changed.
Oh yeah, no,
this is all bad.
That's true. This is how to do it 20 30 years ago.
You know, it was.
Well,
fun.
I mean, even actually back in 2013 before.
Yeah.
I've had a woman stalk me and just like I've been driving.
Oh shit.
Listening to my music,
scary.
looking crazy in my mirror. You know what I'm saying? Probably. And I look in the mirror and I see her car hella lit. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like dip left real fast. I'm like, what? Like I'm standing out of my house, same girl, and she comes out of the alley.
Yeah.
But it's a stick shift. So when she comes out of the alley, she sees me and she tries to take off, but she can't get it in gear. And the car's like, and she's like driving slow, and I'm standing there like, I see you.
Tammy, it's been we've been like a little bit over an hour now, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. It's been a pleasure having you, and I would like
shit to do.
And I would like to have you back in the future.
Come on, let's go.
Let's for our viewers, where can they contact you? All the crazy women that listen, where can they hit you up?
Man, I've been here 50 years. I have a lot of stories.
Oh, I know, and we want to hear some more.
That's not
of those.
even the surface.
Exactly.
But follow me on Instagram at TammyTea Love, TammyTealove, and you can. I have to update my website. I'm really bad at that, but my website is TammyTea, TEA. Yeah, TammyTea.com. And I have to update it. I don't have the updated dates and stuff because of the pandemic.
For sure.
But, and I need to update the pictures, just the fucking website. So.
And you also talked about possibly a podcast?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I tried to do something, but like I said, I need a team. I can't really do anything more than what I'm doing by myself. You know, I get booked. I have to put it on a calendar on my phone and on my wall calendar. And I just, I'm doing a lot by myself.
For sure.
Well,
we'll definitely have you back.
Oh man, I'm down.
Yeah.
Let me know. It's a pleasure talking to you guys. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I know
awesome.
if I want to get my car wrapped with something, I can come to the chop shop.
Come to the chop shop.
Yeah.
They're gonna start thinking it's a chop shop.
Yeah, I know.
Right. And just know, fellas, 75% of women aren't having orgasms. So when you say you want to give somebody some good dick, just remember, dick isn't good. And
I agree.
And I think you guys have a lot bigger fascination with penis. I think men like penis more than women do. And I think you guys should just keep it for yourselves. My name is TammyTea Love. Thank you for having me.
Oh, that's been the Voice Party. We're out.
Yo.
No, that was good.
That is amazing.